Let me show you how easy it is to use my studio using Nano Banana and Google Gemini Pro 3 to help your sales team get better at sales calls by following your sales playbook. So if you work in sales, you understand that most organizations have a sales playbook for things like discovery calls, follow-up calls, and the like. So you can build a MyStudio agent like I'm about ready to demo for you here, where you can provide it your sales playbook, such as in this case, I'm going to show you how I use it for a sales discovery call playbook. And you upload a transcript from say like a Zoom call or whatever type of call that you have, and then it will analyze that transcript and compare it to your sales playbook and determine where you did really well, where you did not do well, and then how to improve. It'll coach you and display that in a really easy to read 4-slide infographic, all generated by Nano Banana. So let me show you how this works. Now, one thing I might mention to you is in this particular agent, I am uploading a transcript of a playbook or of a sales call. What you could do is you could upload audio of a sales call, or you could even have the entire Zoom call. MyStudio is able to extract the audio out of that, transcribe that audio, and then analyze it. But in this particular demo, I'm just uploading the actual text transcript of this. How the way this works is, like I mentioned, you upload a transcript. You will analyze from that transcript who is the salesperson, who is the prospect on that call. And in this particular use case, or in this demo, there's only 2 people in this call. And then Google Gemini Pro will analyze that following the transcript salesperson, and then has a role of being an AI sales coach and revenue operations analyst, and calculate how well you did in this playbook. It shows a calculation, and it starts at a 100% value, or like a 100 number value. And then for every time that you do something wrong against the playbook, then it deducts a certain amount. The playbook itself is in the system prompt, using a fictitious company's playbook called Cloud Vault Systems, and making a call to a prospect who would be wanting to secure their cloud. Here's the content of that playbook in the system prompt. Here's a copy of it as well in like a Google Doc. And instead of having a large playbook where I might then access it from a data source, this is small enough that I can just add it to the system prompt. But you could theoretically add all your playbooks into a data source and access each one separately, depending on what type of sales call that you are evaluating on that salesperson. Then what it does is it iterates using a run workflow block to, once it's been set up as a JSON structure of that evaluation, and here is the template of that JSON array structure, where it will have a consistent look and feel, such as colors. I don't use a logo in this iteration, nor do I use a custom color palette, but I could easily, like I've done in previous demos, for like a LinkedIn carousel, I'm using a custom color palette there. But in this particular case, it's not using that, because a custom color palette for like a company branding would not really be appropriate for this kind of look and feel, because I want to have like different colors for like red for you did this wrong, and green for you did this right, which unless is in my color palette, then would not really be appropriate. So I'm I'm setting up that color palette here in the JSON array. Then as it iterates through each of these, it uses this simple sub-process where it's using Nano Banana Pro to iterate through that prompt and then send it back as a slide. Then the run workflow block iterates all of them, collects them all as slides, and then this generate asset block, using also a custom user interface, just like this user input block does, will display that to the end user, the salesperson, and show them the results of their sales call. So let me show you how this works. I'm going to open the published version. And here I will upload my transcript as if it was from a Zoom call. And now I will analyze the transcript. It's extracting the text. And you'll notice now that there's this minimal notification that's showing which block is running, and it's displaying the name that is labeled on each block, which is a great tip for labeling your own all your blocks in your workflow, so that not only when you're viewing them in Debugger, but they also show you this kind of information in this minimal preview. It is now, Gemini 3 is now structuring the JSON array, and then it will soon iterate through each of them using Nano Banana Pro. So now this is the playbook evaluation of how well that salesperson complied to their sales playbook. So notice here that I can, before I actually show you what this looks like, let me show you one thing that was interesting about this new notification style, which is instead of showing the workflow diagram and then highlighting which block was active, the last user interface block, in this case a user input block with a custom user interface, remained on screen while the notifications were happening. And it's not until the next display type block, in this case a generate asset block, also with a custom user interface, then displays. So this gives it more of an app style experience. So let me show you what this looks like. This is all of these slides are generated by Nano Banana Pro as dictated by the JSON array that Google Gemini Pro provided. I can maximize this and see here how these were the call members. Alex as the salesperson, Maria was the prospect. Alex was 60% compliant for the sales playbook, at least by the demo of the transcript that I provided. The duration of the call was about 29 minutes. It's on discovery stage, and the next key outcome looks like it's moving forward, meeting with the CSSO next Tuesday for another call. So let's now take a look and see how Alex can improve. This is what Alex did well. He did excellent impact questions, clear agenda setting, and solid next step definition. But this is where Alex went off the playbook. He gave ballpark pricing, at least according to the demo of the transcript that I provided. He was bashing a competitor, which you should not do, and then missed a value pillar pivot, which was a minor infraction, at least according to the demo transcript that I provided. So now this is how Alex can improve. This is like the coaching slide, and review and refine, check session notes, implement and practice against the playbook, track and reflect on this log, and then when you schedule the follow-up, book the next session within 2 weeks. So this is how Alex can improve upon this. And this is something that anyone can build. Let me tell you why anyone can build this. It's because I don't have a background in sales. I have a background in technical writing, which is very far away from sales. So but using my preferred general AI tool of choice, in my case it is Perplexity, but if you use ChatGPT, if you use Anthropic, if you use Grok, whatever one, it can help you design this type of thing to help you design MyStudio agents that may be outside of your usual wheelhouse, but may be valuable for your company. If you do work in sales, and this is very easy for you to build. But building this in MyStudio is really easy. So I wanted to show you this demo, and I hope that you found this video and agent helpful. And I will be sharing this as a remix link. Look for my comment in my LinkedIn video, and if you write me, then I will share the remix link. You write me in the comment in the LinkedIn post. Thank you for watching.